Ding, ding, ding.
Call to order. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adopt the agenda?
We do have a lot of
Oh,
additions.
yeah.
First of all, we need to remove the closed session on the agenda.
The what?
The closed session at the end of the, back to the agenda. Number 14, to do business, and DC office visits, Washington DC office visits. And then at number
14.
yeah. And then number 15, homecoming invitations.
Not a rumor paper.
We got more. 16, township and daycare. 17, brush dump.
What was 17?
Brush dump.
What was 14 again?
14, Washington DC office visits. 15, homecoming invitations. 16, township and daycare. That's it.
Second. Corrections.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. Consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. Open forum, each person wishing to speak, anything, you have 2 minutes. It's not on the agenda.
I got your guys' letter from the attorney,
Yep.
and it appears as though you changed the location of the goalposts, and now you're saying my fence in present form isn't approved? I need to know, it needs to be clearer than that.
The goalpost never got moved, you just never read the ordinance correctly. You never came and got a permit.
Yes,
No,
yeah,
well, I understand it is, you never got a permit for that fence. And then the
Yes.
Ford refrigerator's still sitting there that you're asked to remove.
no, it's not, actually, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Last time
You're
I saw a
wrong.
picture, your fridge was still sitting where it was.
No, you're wrong.
I said, the last picture that I saw, sir,
Well, it wasn't there
and that
in
was at
those
the time
pictures.
the letter got sent.
I don't care what you're saying. Now you're changing the goalposts again. We're talking about the fence.
We're talking about all your ordinances, you've been here before complaining about it, and you failed to
Yeah,
read the ordinance and you blame her.
no. I went to court and I won that. 3 times I went to court and I won. You were wrong,
If you
and
have
you gave me
a,
$600 in fines, and I was right.
if you
So
have a,
even if that refrigerator was there, you saying that is ridiculous.
let's go back to what you first started talking about. If you have permission to put that fence up, where's your permit
Yeah,
that we give to the county? You
you
don't
never
have
came
one.
across planning and zoning.
And what answer is
It's an
that?
ordinance we have in our community.
Yeah,
You seem to know a lot about them. If you knew so much about them, you would know that these are the rules that we employ.
well, I was given a request by the city to move the fence, and I have complied.
I think you probably read, you saw
No.
move, and you probably said remove.
No, it did not. No, it didn't.
It said move,
It's a move
Yeah,
but he put another one back up with no permit.
with no permit.
no,
I said I'm planning and zoning, dude.
I don't care.
You are in the wrong, 100%, according to our ordinances.
So you have a fence there now?
Where?
I'm
I'd say,
prohibited.
do you have a fence?
I do have a fence, yeah.
Then, did you get a permit for that fence?
Yes.
No, you
When I
did
came
not.
down and, yeah.
No, because she would have had to still fill it out, because she wouldn't get the permits out.
And there'd be a track of it, because I have to submit it to the county.
Comes
These
to
guys
planning
have
and zoning,
to,
comes
they
to
look
city
at it.
council even.
Hmm.
We've never seen record of your fence permit.
I don't know what to tell you there.
Cause you don't have one. It's pretty simple. If we don't have record of it, you don't have it.
Do we give copies out of the permits to the people?
Yeah, they have to have a permit in their possession before they.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And
he
it was
should,
put up over a year ago.
so he should have a copy of it, and the county should have a copy of it.
Right.
Because the
Gotta
county
do for their
assessments.
assessments.
So do you have the original permit that you were given?
I don't have the original permit, no.
Why wouldn't you hang on to that?
Why would I?
To prove that
I-
you followed the
Or
line.
like,
I can
I'm
go-
expecting to have her come after me the way that she's been doing.
They're numbered,
She's doing her job.
they're
that's all.
numbered,
No.
they're numbered
No,
1,
she's
2,
not doing her
3,
job.
4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9,
There's
10.
numerical order.
They're in numerical order, and they're at the city and at the county, and when you go through numerical order, I can't fudge a missing one.
I go up there whenever I wanna do something, I make sure I'm in line with doing what I have to do before I just do it. I put up a fence, I had to get a permit first, I built a shed, I had to get a permit first. That's the order you do things, you see what you dot your i's and cross your t's first before you do something. Don't just put up a fence and think it's gonna be
I
okay.
actually had to stop you from doing the project,
Yeah.
because he didn't get a permit.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, in my experience, I haven't built, but my dad has built sheds and whatever. And when he goes through the county, he gets the permit, and then the county actually suggests that you put it up on the building. Like you staple it somewhere,
During construction.
During construction,
In the
yes,
window or
yes.
whatever,
Yeah, and-
yeah.
Yep.
and then even leave it up for a set amount of time in case someone drives by. But the
Right.
county, you do need to keep your a permit is a license. If I go buy a deer hunting license, I keep my license, I don't go
Even if
out
you
without
don't
the
take.
license.
Well,
you
yeah.
know? So if you got
But a
the
year later?
permit, you should keep the permit in your possession.
A
Well, we
year
should have a
later.
copy of one, but we,
If you can come and
Because-
provide me with a permit that you have, that you were given, then we can talk more about this. Until then, I think it's a closed subject.
Okay,
If you can find a permit that you were given to put the fence up, and you give it to me, we'll come back and
We'll deal
talk
with it.
about this.
okay,
Is that fair?
sure.
I mean, yeah.
yeah, I think what Brian's saying is fair enough.
They're all,
You can-
they're certified.
Yeah, because it's notarized.
I mean, right now, we're just playing he said, she said, and like, until you provide proof, then we're at a standstill, sir. So,
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Yep, thank you.
Does anybody else want to speak on the open forum? All right, moving on to old business, Tim.
So, understand there was some discussion about assessments for the project, and so I just wanted to walk through some past practices from the city. So, in the time that we've served as city engineer and that I've been personally involved in here for over 20 years, we have assessed one project, and that was the highway project that was done, and that was because of how we got to the funding that we've done for that project.
When you're saying 44,
Main
Main
Road.
Main
Yep,
Street
Main
project.
Street,
Okay.
yep. There was a certain amount that couldn't go into the bucket of the utility portion with that project, and with the state funds and that, there was, I think it was $700,000 that needed to go through a different funding mechanism. And so the city assessed $140,000 of that, which was about, I think, about $1,400 a parcel, roughly speaking. That's the only time that we've been involved in assessment. So if we're looking to change kind of direction of practice and go into assessments with projects, what we need to do is first is draft your policy where you need to be. And we've got several ordinances that we can work through to make sure this is what you're targeting in order to get to our dollar amount percentage, that type of thing. It's usually what we're kind of looking at. Where does the city want to be as far as an encumbrance on those property owners versus the rest of the city? but it is a change of practice. And also with assessments, then there's a certain practice, there's a certain, certain steps that we have to take in order for the city to assess. So you need to have a feasibility study, we need to have a preliminary hearing on those assessments, and then we get the city council then authorizes us to formally, with resolution, to prepare the plans and specifications, and we approve those plans and specifications authorized for bids. And then we come back with the bids, or you can do it one of two ways. You can either do final assessments at the beginning of the project, once you've received your bids, or wait till the end of the project. A lot of communities are now moving towards doing those at the front end of the project, so that way then, if somebody were to appeal their assessment, you know about it before you go into the project.
All that one.
So that way you don't get to the back end of the project and then somebody says, I don't want this, I'm gonna go through the formal appeal process. Just kind of, so there's two public hearings that need to be conducted within there too, along with through that process, so.
The day after our meeting, last meeting, I called John, because he's been telling me for a year and a half now that we need to start assessing, and Mike Bubani has also made that statement, is what I've been told. And I'm like, John, why are we gonna start assessing it? So I said, but he's like, yeah, I know we need to do it. And I'm like, well, if we have to do it because our streets are junk, then maybe that's what we need to start doing. So I was very surprised when it came to the meeting, last meeting, and it wasn't assessed. And that's what, if Mike Bubani and everybody's telling us, people are telling us that we need to do this so we can keep up better with our streets. And I thought that was the plan, and then now it's not. I wanted to bring it back up because I did not vote, but if I let it go through, the last street project we didn't assess was the Mayor's Street, my name will be mud forever, so I
And our
want.
utility director too.
Yeah,
That's where they're both like,
we gotta talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's me and John are the two that are, we're assessing it, we're pushing, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
So if that's the case, what I would just ask at this point in time is for, just direct us to work with Jan and staff to draft a policy, to bring back, and then we go through that, we check a few boxes over the next, so we get the policy in place, we step through the process with it, we go through it, and then we did this in the winter time. If that's the direction that the council wants to go, that's where we've just gotta get that policy drafted though, in order to do that, and that's gonna take a little bit of time, and it's gonna take staff a little bit of time to get the framework there, and then to have discussions with council, and then to walk through those hearing processes.
What's if I'm hearing you correctly, by making this policy, we then add to the existing process, feasibility study hearings, and what's ballpark, maybe percentage-wise of a project, how much administrative costs are we adding by doing this assessment step? Does my question make sense?
Pretty minimal if you're going through it as part of, that you have a policy already in place. You're already having the meetings, so it's just changing it from us presenting it to the council to mailing it out to the residents and getting their public comments involved into it. So there's a little bit of time to go through the mailings and stuff, and get those up. I'm not trying to dismiss your time, by the way.
I'm here back.
Just want to be crystal clear, I'm not minimizing
No, that's okay.
that. Really, it is pretty minimal as far as the overall project. It's not changing this by big percentages in order to go through that process.
So it's really just, Morgan's not here, but I don't know, can she vote because her dad's,
I know she
It's-
didn't, want to.
okay. So like you two, you three.
She's not here, but so.
Yeah, I mean, so, but me and hers vote, it's, you three
Is this all for
gotta decide.
in the budget, all this stuff?
We're gonna bond for it. We have to work through our financial advisor for it.
But as far as if you're looking to set a policy, Mayor that would be something that you're setting for the future.
Yeah, we got, so that's what, the policy
It's not
is
just this one
it's not
project,
just that
it's going
project,
forward.
it's
Correct.
every project
This will
from,
be the way forward from here
Forward.
on out,
Yeah.
yeah, so you'll be
it
assessing
could be my
it,
street in 10 years, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'm just saying,
assessing
you know,
it, all that in the fall
It
for
could
the
be his
next
street that he
year's
wants.
I guess,
start then.
so I
You
didn't
understand what I'm
look,
saying?
Yeah, I
the
just,
policy changed,
so I can vote on
because
You
you
this.
said
can
you
vote on this.
assessed Main Street, was that a different scenario?
It was a different scenario
Okay.
because of the state, the highway and some, what we were doing there and what needed to happen, so there
It
was
was
that
actually
piece of it,
financially
so
negative.
we
Okay.
need to put a
So it's not
policy.
positive zero pay. Does that make you feel better?
Not really.
It's not a positive financial
Shit, skip
gain
this.
for you, it's a negative.
Skip this move. What's Mike Bubani's, like, do these other towns, are they assessing these projects, is it getting, if I was to say that, would you say towns are going towards it, or towns are going away from it?
I think on Caledonia was one project they did the assessment on the backside instead of the front.
Yeah, so here's the,
And all of a sudden, you know, at the end, project's over, and all of a sudden now they're assessing the property was found out after the fact. Where they didn't have a chance to sit there and say, we don't like this or this or that.
there would have been a preliminary hearing that they would have been notified for, but not then the final assessments. But sometimes that's been a span of a year or two, depending on when they did the preliminary to when they did the final. That could easily get lost.
Got lost, but I don't remember, because a lot of it was on the backside, and a lot of property owners, businesses got hit for that. You know, so all of a sudden,
I would think if it's on the front side, and you know in advance a little bit, you can give you time to tweak it or change, you know,
So the big
modify
thing,
things a
the big thing
little.
about assessment policy is what you want to formulate is what you're doing is changing how you've been funding these projects in the past. And so what you want to do is set something that is going to be in place for the long term. Because what you don't wanna do is change your policy on a regular basis.
Right.
Because then
Yeah.
if we have one policy when we assess Mike, and then a different one when we assess Trent, and so on and so forth, then you become the how are we doing this, and the fairness question starts to
Right.
arise.
You kinda gotta set a precedent.
So maybe
Versus-
that's the step that got overlooked.
So that, therefore, what we wanna do is sit down and talk through what does that policy look like, bring that back for the council to work through and discuss. Get everybody on board with, yes, this is the direction that we want to go, and usually we're kind of looking at something that is, because the residents are benefiting from a new street, new utilities there, but yet not, the balance is always then, but not be a overburden on that particular, those properties, and that is a tough balance to find that line.
So tonight we wouldn't be deciding the percentage guide of
No, no, no,
assessing.
no, no.
We're just authorizing you to start drafting it, we'll decide those things later.
Yes, that would be the next step forward, is to direct staff to work with me and to get a policy in place and we bring that in. If that's the direction that the council wants to go, again, that's a change of practice that you have done in the past.
I like the motion that that's the way we go, I don't know how you word it, we
move forward.
move forward with this. new-
Trying to help you out here.
I would say, it's- if I may,
Yeah.
it would be to direct staff to work with WHKS to draft an assessment policy and bring back to council.
There you go. I'll second that.
Yes. What he said.
My motion, what he said, I second it.
I can't write that fast.
Worse than that.
Mike motions to direct staff to work with WHKS to draft a
Assessment policy
assessment policy.
and bring back to council.
So, in doing this, are we pushing those two projects till next year then?
Yes.
I think, like we talked about, I think it's something we need to look at very hard, you know, I think we need
Yeah,
to move forward with it. We're going that way.
and I,
Not where we broke.
Yeah.
So this is just on the policy right now.
Huh?
This is on
Yeah.
policy, we're not spending any money yet. Makes you feel better.
Just got no one to have to have my house so. No.
And I mean, this is gonna take a little bit of time, because this is something that you don't wanna take lightly, you do wanna
Right.
put a little bit of time into this as far as
Yeah.
what does this look like, and making sure that the framework of what you put in place is palatable for everyone, now and into the future. Because what you don't wanna do is have a policy that changes.
Yeah. And the upside to this in my eyes is bidding that project this time of year for this year. Guys are full up, so if they add 5% to a $4 million project, where if we could get it out in February, when guys are a little hungrier.
Right in the fall when they start looking.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that, it could save us some money by pushing this off a year if we do it a little different too, so.
I wouldn't say it'd save you money, but it might be equal, given what you're at.
Well, it seems like you're raising next year, and everything else might be, seems to equal up.
We just did a project today and we had some very competitive bids. Yeah.
All
But I
right,
think if this is the direction that you wanna go, let's put the time in and do it right.
yeah, all in favor?
I,
All opposed? All right,
yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Tim.
you.
Thank you.
Tim, before you leave town, do you wanna go look at that staircase?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Just drive by and take a look at it. Thank you.
Yep.
moving on to new business. Zero soda sidewalk concerns.
Hi guys, we're kind of having an issue with our south side of our building, that sidewalk. We're getting a lot of runoff in the wintertime when the sun hits it, and we've got one person that wants to walk down that constantly, and we're putting salt on it 3 times a day at least to try to keep everybody upright. And it's a sidewalk that goes to my steps. And the one on the east side goes to my driveway. So there's no sidewalks beyond my building, other than going back to the south of school. And I'd just like to make those private sidewalks so that I can close that south side sidewalk down, and I don't have to worry about this
So
stuff.
you're asking to vacate the sidewalk essentially,
Pardon me?
vacate the sidewalk?
Yes.
I know we've done it in other parts of town too, where we're just like,
Yeah, and I just put that south side one in, and part of the east side as well. And I should probably just rip them out instead of having them replaced.
That south side one's deadly, I know that.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
it's nasty.
when you get that 8 inches of snow, and then it starts to warm up, it comes off that roof, and you would be in a lot of pain if you
You'd
were
be
under.
in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and it's just not safe, I
No.
agree with that.
I walk by there all the time, and I can see that too.
Yeah, and we've got one person that, everybody else stays in the road, not that one. She wants to be right on that sidewalk, and it's gonna be the death of her.
And to note, that is the only street leading into that neighborhood, and there's no sidewalk in the
Well,
rest of the neighborhood.
I think it's down on Second Street. Southeast.
No, I'm saying his
I know,
sidewalk.
that's the one down there, we vacated the south side, there were more on the south side, a number of years ago, we vacated the section of sidewalk. It was like one property, that was all that was left,
Yeah.
you know? If there's no other sidewalks to match up, there's no sense in having a partial sidewalk.
So are you asking, would you be tearing it out and putting grass back in?
Right now, I'd probably just block it off for this year, but if we do have any real major issues, I'd probably tear it out and put grass in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gotta be some kind of deterrent, if, like you say, you block it off, what's to prevent the person from walking around your block and getting back up on it again?
Yeah,
Well, and it's
So
not,
it's gotta
Well, we'd-
give them something to say, hey,
we'd sign it.
stay off of
we'd
this.
sign
Right,
it.
sign it.
We'd sign it.
Yeah,
Like on the east side, is there big, you got 2 big garage doors on the east side?
3.
3? And they're coming in and out with skid or forklift, like it's not a safe sidewalk by any means.
I'll make a motion to allow Spring Grove Soda to vacate the sidewalk on the south and east sides.
Second that.
Appreciate that.
Any more discussion about that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Yep,
Thank you.
motion passes, yep.
Bye.
Good luck, Kaylee.
Thank you.
Kaylee Bierke?
She gave us a handout here too.
A couple I've printed as well.
Do you want me to demo like you?
That'd be great, I think.
Nice and quiet now.
Yeah, right.
I hope you have better luck with internet than
I know, I was just gonna say, I gotta get some hotspot or something.
That's why we
That's what we have to make copies of.
There's a password up on the whiteboard on the right side if you need it.
Oh. Okay.
We'll make it work.
Thanks, sorry. It's not great, but hopefully it'll do. Got some handouts for you, this so you can also follow along, jot down any notes. If you want. What's that? Alrighty. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kaylee Bierke. I am a Spring Grove native and a recent returnee. I graduated in Spring Grove in 2015. After that, I got my bachelor's in professional communications and emerging media from UW-Stout. And over the past few years, I've been working in marketing and design across a variety of different industries, such as retail, beauty, and hospitality. And these are just a couple examples of projects I've done in the past, all based in like the Eau Claire area. That's where I just moved from. So, where's the first place you go when you need to pay a bill, download a form, find city information, check an update, or explore a community? Come on. City website. A website! Which means the experience should feel easy to navigate, clear, and organized, and accessible for everyone using it. Websites are often one of the first touch points people interact with when they need information, whether they're residents looking for a form or visitors exploring a community. So, these are a couple of the challenges that I found when looking at Spring Grove City website. There are quite a few inconsistent layouts, which means finding information can be a little bit difficult because you don't know exactly where you're meant to be looking. The tourism and local business discovery is buried within the navigation, and the overall navigation is quite cluttered, making it hard to find certain things. Imagery is quite outdated, and the mobile use could be a little bit friendlier. The menu is really long, and the button to find the menu could be easily overlooked because it kind of blends in. So, I want to test the experience. Can I have 2 volunteers who have a mobile device handy? One. I need one more.
If Slick configured order, it's gotta be easy.
Or anyone, anyone.
The old guy, yeah, we can figure out the rest of it.
Okay, can I have you go to the City of Spring Grove website? And can I have you go to the City of Decorah website?
And how the heck do I even get through there? I haven't done it.
Safari, Google's perfect, Google's a great start, that's
so-
perfect.
What, City of
City of
Decorah?
Decorah.
City of Decorah website. I don't use it, I get a map out.
What's that?
Stop, yeah.
Yeah, what's the map?
Okay, city, I think that's it.
That's it? Alright, and I've
I'm gonna pay attention, I'm gonna watch it.
I've got my timer here, and
We'll
I'm
suffer
gonna
together.
ask you guys at the same time to look for a zoning application. Once you found it, raise your hand or say done. If you haven't found it yet, just keep going. I'm gonna mark your time to see how long it takes you. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Ready, go.
Don't worry, well, you gotta give us a handicap over here.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm looking for.
You play computers all the time, I've
I'm
done.
also on the city website a lot, so.
I was gonna say, you've got a zoning permit, like, that was not really
It's
fair.
totally
Right.
fair.
Button right there.
I should let somebody else volunteer.
Here, if you click on the little home icon, this little button,
Yeah, see, you picked the wrong
and
guy
then if
for
you
this.
scroll down, forms and applications. Ah.
Why did you know that?
I didn't know that. How did you not
And
know
then
that?
it should be like right towards the
Oh.
top. Application. You need a building permit application.
Oh, wow, okay.
Where?
There, the planning and zoning.
Okay.
Wow.
What happened to John? You would've found it.
Yellow direction.
Well,
Okay, I failed.
in the Decorah website, there is two easy buttons to find, and then in the Spring Grove one, the zoning application is a little bit more buried. So, the easier the information is to find, the more useful the website becomes. So having it be a little bit more buried on the Spring Grove
You are right.
website
Yeah,
is quite difficult.
Sorry,
So,
I
you're fine, you're fine.
She kept scrolling.
So, what are other communities doing to help create a clearer experience? They're separating resident information from visitor exploration. This allows residents to quickly find city information like forms, announcements, and utilities, while giving visitors a more welcoming and discoverable way to explore what the community has to offer. So instead of trying to fit it all into one place, these websites are designed around how different audiences will actually use them. So, the opportunity, rather than trying to fit everything into one experience for us, I propose creating two separate websites with clearer purposes. For residents, the focus becomes quick and easy access to important city information, and for visitors, the experience becomes more welcoming and discoverable, highlighting things to do, local businesses, events, and everything Spring Grove has to offer. And visually, the goal would be to create a cleaner experience with approachable, or a cleaner, more approachable experience that reflects Spring Grove. So having big buttons, making things easier to find, and just kind of giving you more a sense of what Spring Grove is. And beyond the redesign, there's opportunity to improve communication, particularly around how updates and emergency notices are being shared. So while the redesign focuses on improving the website experience, it may also be worth exploring tools that are designed specifically for municipalities, like Civic Plus. We currently use Squarespace to build our website on, which is great if you're running a business that sells services or products. But this is built more for if you need to send out SMS blasts or anything, you can log in. So you can access your bills a lot faster as well. So it's just an option, an idea for down the road. And what does the redesign actually include? It goes beyond just updating the look of the website. A large part of the project involves reviewing all of the existing content and reorganizing the information, working with city staff to ensure residents and visitors can find what they need more easily. This would include evaluating current pages, determining how information should be organized, identifying content gaps, and creating a clear structure moving forward. So, If approved, I would begin the content audit and organization process this year. And since these are two distinct websites serving very different audiences, I would recommend approaching them in phases. So phase 1, January to March. January would be the content organization planning, February would be the design and development, and then March would be testing and launch. And then phase 2 would be the Visit Spring Grove website, which April would be the research and content gathering, as well as the creating the brand identity for this website. May would be the design and development, so page creation, content migration, and then June would be testing and launching.
When you're talking two websites now, okay, so we're talking two separate websites, or like?
Correct.
Okay, I didn't know if you're gonna have like, go to cityspringgrovem.com, then we have a tab for residents and a tab for visitors.
You could link,
I mean, if you have like a link coming off to it or something like that.
right, so if
you have
somebody
two different
goes to
ones,
the
or-
City of Spring Grove website, and that is just all of like the bills and the, everything else, but they really wanna learn about like what businesses there are, what events we have, there would be like a little link that could take them
Well, that's how I just wondered,
that.
like, you know.
So
some
they'll be
icons,
interconnected, but different at the same time.
So they two different web addresses.
Yes,
so.
correct. Alright. And I've broken down the investment into two phases as well. Phase 1 focuses on improving the city website through content organization, navigation, restructuring, redesign, migration, launch support. And phase 2 focuses on creating a dedicated Visit Spring Grove website that better serves visitors and showcases the community. Much of the work isn't just building the pages, it's reviewing content, reorganizing information, developing a new site structure, migrating existing content, and testing functionality, as well as ensuring the website is easy to use for both residents and staff moving forward. I've also included an optional monthly support package that could include any general maintenance, announcement banners, if you want social media help as well, or graphic design help, that would be included as well. Long-term benefits, the project is a lot more than just redesigning a website. It's investment in how residents access information, how visitors discover Spring Grove, and how the community presents itself online. The long-term goal is to create a more organized, accessible, and sustainable digital experience that can continue to serve Spring Grove over the years. And that's all I got. Thank you. Thank you.
Haley, and that $400 a month,
All
like,
of-
like, for the monthly fee, do you,
Yes.
like, if we need to make updates, do we give it to you too?
Yes.
Okay.
So it would just be constant like contact, checking in and seeing, and all the price is flexible as well. Those are just general baselines, so.
So that's 4,800 every year, then, that's for that support thing?
What can you say about just the back end updating for staff to do some like minor updating? How accessible is that gonna be for staff?
I'd say it's still fairly usable. I think Civic Plus is similar to Squarespace on how it's kind of a drag and drop. So if you don't need to be a coder to know exactly how to do it, and then I would be able to like walk Jana through some small minor things too, if it needs to be something quick that I would be able to get a hold of right away.
Would you be like around if we didn't do the $400 a month, you know? Would you be around to do, if Jan needs help, would you do an hourly rate that we
Yeah,
could set
definitely.
and, you know, like how we deal with our lawyer, like,
One-off projects too, if that is, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
would it be an app, like, or just a website?
Civic Plus,
Yeah,
it's kind of like a software app. So for Squarespace, you have your own login, and that is like the back end where you would build it. And when you hit publish, the user won't see Squarespace; they'll just see like thecityofspringgrove.com. But yes, it would be a little app, and I don't know the exact price on that because I had to book a demo in order to get pricing. But that's just an option for one platform out there that is used for municipalities. There are a couple different ones too.
So the biggest complaint that we have all the time is communication, and people aren't always happy with our Facebook all the time. So she could do it where she could push something straight to the website and Facebook. And if you pay that additional fee that she doesn't have yet, but, we could send, like, say you're in a town, you're not gonna have electricity, we can, if you sign up, we can send all of you a message right away saying, hey, your electric's gonna be down for 2 hours. Cause right now, everybody's like, do you think Facebook is the correct way to notify all of us? I'm like,
How else?
right,
Right. And even if we didn't want to use Civic Plus, you could within Squarespace set up like an SMS opt-in, so if somebody did want to receive text, they could, and emails. Because I think email newsletters would also be a great way to communicate with people. And that is something that you can do through Squarespace, added costs of course,
But my concern with any like putting in a major investment into a website is the upkeep and the maintenance of it. Like A, how simple it is, and then B, that ongoing cost. Is it something that most of the day-to-day stuff is manageable for staff, but then also the communications piece, I agree that's I can see the utility in that. I would also say though that as far as I love where you're going with the city and the resident and visitor separation. We might find a way to not duplicate efforts between organizations that are in
yes,
town,
yeah.
and the city on the visitor angle. So I wouldn't, if we were to talk about this, I'd maybe wanna pump the brakes a little bit on the visit site at least.
Yes, because I think that one could get potential to have a lot of excitement around it. If you look at Visit Eau Claire, they do a lot of really fun stuff and have blogs that are updated weekly. So that could be something that is built for the future too, but yeah.
And the visit one, I mean, I know it's all the same pot, but maybe that one's something more that EDA would wanna push for, you know, but I don't know. And
Well,
then,
that's
I
what I
don't
mean,
know.
I'm thinking like some combination of EDA, Chamber, Giants, others that have information about, you know, things that are interesting to visitors.
Yeah.
You know, we might, and maybe we figure out a way to all collaborate somehow, I don't know, but rather than, as opposed to us spending money to create another website,
Mhm.
you know, that duplicates other efforts that exist.
Like you say, the city or the visitor part, the parks has money, right? They can throw something in maybe towards let them know about the, basket game.
Disc golfers?
Yeah. You know, something,
Yeah.
and it's all about bringing visitors to hear the pool, maybe you could throw a little into, hey, come
Yeah.
check out our pool.
Yeah,
Just,
we
you
got
know,
resources.
different, yeah.
You're saying we got different accounts, or different entities
Yeah.
that could go towards the
And there
business
might,
side.
that might be a grant thing that one of us could go after, whether that's city or one of the organizations.
I know that some of the current pictures on there were
Right.
They
younger than,
were kids, the
Yeah.
pool ones are definitely, they were a year older than me, but when the pool first opened, and it's crazy to see that they're still on the website, because yeah.
That's pretty common, I think, but it's good that we're thinking of it. Yeah.
and no disrespect to, Top Dog who currently does it, because she keeps saying, if you got pictures, you know, I can update it. And I have gone around taking pictures of everything, it just hasn't.
No, it's a lot to effectively manage communication and things. I think it takes a dedicated mind, in my opinion.
Well, I think we need more discussion on it.
Yeah.
Well,
At some
Definitely.
point,
If you
and
need
then
any
at
questions,
the
or if you
budget
have any
meeting,
questions or
Yeah.
need
see where it
resources,
fits into the
happy
budget.
to help.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's more, more discussion at the budget
Yeah.
meeting. I think we all know we're not opposed to it.
Yes,
It's just,
yeah,
Yeah.
we need to know we have the money to do that. Yeah.
yes. Well, that sounds good, thank you very much.
Thank you, Galen.
Oh, city. What do you think of city rental home opening?
I think initially I told you guys July 1st she was gonna be moving out, but I just got an updated message from her that she pulled the trigger too soon, she can't leave until the end of July. So I said I would update you guys on that.
Okay.
The other thing is too, is we do have, somebody who would like to move in there temporarily after that. They know the house is probably eventually gonna be sold, and they were just wondering if the council would be willing at that point to rent to this new tenant.
And you've updated them about the change of date.
Yes, I have,
Okay.
yep. So, this person's still interested, trying to get herself and her son here to town, and,
Right now, we're on month by month thing, right?
yes.
Yep.
You know,
So
as long as
we're
she
on
knows
month by
that
month thing.
ahead of time, that it's gonna be sold, and she might have to.
Yes, she's just trying to get her
With the
foot
correct
over
deposit,
here.
so we have deposit rate for one. Right, do the same thing with deposit month to month.
Rather than have money come in and then have it sit empty.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We wanna look at the rent on it?
It's 600 a month plus utilities.
I'm just like, it's a discussion, we're changing things right now, is it? It's a
Yeah.
discussion.
It is a person that we talked about in the EDA, it's a person with some potential for, bringing a, possibly a business to town too, so.
Yeah.
That's why she kinda wanted to be on Main Street for a little while, to scope out when traffic comes by.
I'm not
Is it-
opposed to raising it.
Yeah.
Not
No,
No.
I'm not saying like $2,000 a month, but I mean,
I personally think it should stay the same or be less, because it's just such a short period of time for her.
too. No.
And she's helping us out by not maintaining it and paying for nobody to live there.
how many bedroom is it?
At least two, without going upstairs,
I don't think.
It's been a long time since I've been in there, and it just, the lights are off.
Does anybody else pay rent in Spring Grove? Does anyone know what house rent's for?
900 to 1,200.
What's the inside, pretty nice, or
It was decent.
livable, habitable?
It's habitable.
Well, I don't know, what do you think, if you wanted to raise it?
I don't, if we're going, if, I just brought it up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we should or shouldn't, I just did a discussion we wanna have, now that we already,
Might as well settle it here now.
yeah.
I'm inclined to keep it the same,
If we were to raise it in, I wouldn't go more than $50.
No, I just do it then.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'll just leave it then.
Yeah, let's just leave it.
Right, now it's,
Yeah.
it's a short term.
but. So what kind of motion do you need from us now?
Just motion what you want the rent to be and.
Let's see, I'll make a motion to keep it the same, go on month to month basis with.
I'll second
After
that.
August first, starting August first?
Or whatever date it'll be.
Yeah.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alright. Move to Fest. Move to Fest brunch and be merry, total 6,000. Oh, I
Figure
missed
out
a
all the
big
others.
chunk of that. Spring Grove Area Chamber, Spring Grove Area Chambers Commerce request 2,000 per event.
I make a motion, we need to just look at, this all has to be discussed before the budget too, I mean,
Well, I think she's asking if we can put it in the budget, right?
well, yeah,
No,
put it in the budget, but don't make no decisions tonight here on this.
Yeah, I'll look at see what we've done past year.
Table it, just make a motion, table it till
Yeah.
budget.
Well, budget meeting, yeah,
Yeah.
let's just talk about it at the budget meeting.
Yep, that's my motion, sure is.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Alright, Spring Grove Area Chamber of Commerce requests street closure of Maple Drive Block 1.
I'll make a motion to allow that.
Second.
Which street is that? Is that the one way or
In front of the
both of them?
distillery.
Yeah.
Is
The
that
one
the
way.
one way?
Yeah.
The
Alright,
one they always close.
yep. Giants of the Earth Heritage Center requesting the city appropriate a budget of 25,000 for the community newspaper and local news.
I think that's something we gotta look at the budget.
Yeah, table that too.
Yeah.
That's another budget meeting.
So is that like,
And I can recuse myself from the votes on it, obviously, as an employee.
so table it?
Yep.
The budget meeting.
We need to vote if we table something?
No,
Oh,
we can just We're not, it's not tabled.
Oh, but did we vote on
You're-
the
you're
street
moving
closure?
into a
We're
bill?
moving it to their meeting because we got a new budget meeting and it's.
Did we need to
Start
vote
putting
on
numbers
the
on.
street closure bill?
You did.
We did?
Yep.
Yeah.
All
Everybody
everybody said
said-
yes.
Okay, good.
Recommend to hire fireman Ryan Lang.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You see them two back there laughing? Are you giggling?
I really wanted to just say no.
I'll be around you guys.
Damn it.
Alright, resolution 2642, accept EDA member
Leslie.
Leslie Hill.
I'll make a motion to accept it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alright, LG 555, government appropriations and or acknowledgement,
That's approval.
approval, dyslexia is kicking my ass today. For use of gambling funds, Spring Grove Fire Department. What's going on?
Do you wanna explain what this form is that we need
Yeah,
to signature?
so we've gotta spend, in the form of a lawful purpose expenditure, at least 30% a year of our, net receipts that we made on gambling. And I talked to the state, he sent me this thing here, let's read it. Let's find it. We have to donate it to, we have to, in this form, it's a 10V, level purpose 10V, which is a voluntary contribution to the city. So that's what the relief associations in the state do to give money to the city, so the city can put it in an account, and use it on trucks or gear or whatever you want, you know.
Is that
So
the
you
same
just
thing? I'm sorry, is that the same thing like Maple does?
Yeah,
To save for
same
fire
thing
truck?
Mabel does.
Yep.
Same
Yeah, so
exact thing.
here's my question for you two guys. Oh, you could, I don't know this one. Is it any question?
Yeah,
Because I'm
it's
your,
a-
oh, you are the, president, right?
I'm the.
He's the manager,
CEO.
I'm the CEO.
Your CEO? Okay, going forward with this, does it, we specify what account it goes into, or do we just know that it has to
Well-
go to 405, or how's that work?
405, that's what Andy was talking about.
Yeah,
You would
that's,
know.
yeah, that's what I'm asking, but I didn't know if there's something on here stipulating it has to go to
No,
405.
there's nothing here, as far as they're concerned, once we give it to the city, it's your money, so you guys gotta decide to do with it. Yeah, you can steal it technically, but, I mean, that might be very cool. But,
Okay. I know that's what we talked about originally, I guess. Maybe not here, I know that's what,
Like
modeled
what?
off of Mabel.
After spending $600,000 or $550 whatever on a new fire truck, and then Mabel uses their savings from that to purchase theirs,
Yeah,
it's kind of a nice little savings fund.
Yeah.
Cause they already need a new truck, don't you? Yeah, is
Yeah.
it one of yours?
probably, not really. You could always do something.
We're always looking for new trucks.
Oh.
so, so I guess going forward here, I guess,
Well, I'm just saying, do we have to specify where it's going? Or
that's,
just
I guess that was
accepting
my
it?
question. That was my
Are we
question, I
specifying
guess.
where it's going right now?
I think you guys need to.
We gotta
We
accept it
just
and
gotta-
specify to where, I think, is what it,
So,
that was my question was, Brian.
Okay.
So the form needs to be accepted by the city, that's all they need. And you guys basically can do what you want with it, but they're requesting you put it back into the fire account.
Yes.
So they could save for.
And that was gonna be my motion, I guess, to accept the donation and put it in the 405 account.
And we just have to fill out this, do you have this form, Jen, this
Yeah.
LG 555?
Yep, he's got it right there to sign it.
Okay.
Guess that's my motion, is to accept the donation and reallocate it to the 405 account.
so just to clarify, for people that don't know that, that's just the fire department's account.
Equipment fund.
Yes,
Yep,
so
equipment fund.
they're donating from their gambling fund into their own equipment fund.
Yep, on the city side.
Yes,
Yep, the
yes.
city, yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
a relief association donating to the city, who's then
Yes.
putting it for the fire department,
Yeah,
which,
what he's just saying, Brett.
Two
I'm
separate-
just making it
Yeah.
simple for the YouTube.
But they're not donating it into their own fund, you're doing.
We're putting their donation back into our 405 equipment fund, which is
Yes.
trucks, equipment, PPE, air packs, stuff like that.
Okay,
I'll second that. So they're giving it to us, we're turning around, putting it right back.
Before
You're
5
quick.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Equipment funds.
Alright,
I'll second that.
any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Do you want me to sign this so you can take it, Brett?
Yeah.
I need a copy of it though.
Well, we don't have to give it back to the state. by
Oh,
any means.
well then we'll
So-
just do it.
We'll do it, yeah,
So you keep it,
Alright.
and we'll write you a check, and we can get a copy of it or something?
Yeah.
We can write a check tonight, is that okay?
You wanna give us money tonight?
Well, I brought the checkbook. Yeah.
Actually, no, you probably shouldn't, because I'm going home from here,
Okay.
and I
We'll
don't wanna
drop
have
it
that on me going home.
Alright.
We'll find you.
Moving on to the AFG grant submitted for Spring Grove Fire.
Yeah, we put in a grant requesting almost $50,000 for a new compressor, and I just found out last week that we were
Already?
Yeah,
That's like the fastest I've ever done a turn on
I know.
to your job.
I thought it was a joke at first. I'm like, this can't be right. Yeah.
Usually it takes months before you do your job letter.
Yeah, well, we got it right away.
Alright, moving on to Houston County Sheriff's Department hours, did everybody review them?
Yeah.
Alright. Organizing capacity and staffing reviews.
I sent a letter to you guys stating that I'd like to push this over to the budget discussion as well, but maybe looking at upping our staffing hours at the city, and that's, if we're still looking at bringing the ambulance out of the city, we may need to replenish some hours back, and then maybe looking at the option of helping out in our EDA department of some sort, of either hiring additional staff for that, or at least looking into an option like a grant writer. Because between all of this, between grant writing for EDA, ambulance, fire department, park and recs, it's starting to get to be a lot for one person.
Well,
So,
to be fair, when you say grant writing, it's the keeping track of and finding grants, writing the grants, and following up on the requirements of the grants
yeah,
afterwards.
all of it, yeah. So I just wrote my thoughts to you guys to think about for a little bit, but we do not need to discuss until we get to budget time.
I think we need to add more hours to your week and drop your pay scale.
That's how salary works. When it gets busy, you keep working.
Oh, I know, I know. That's it.
I second Slick's motion. Alright, we'll table that.
Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff, budget meeting coming up.
Zoning permits.
I don't know if these are actually in your packet, so I printed them out just in case. I zoomed through earlier, I didn't see it, but, since our last meeting, we had some solar arrays go up, for Wennes's, Awesome's putting a fence in, Marceau's have an advertising sign that will be going up. Nicole Paget is building a new home. Senator Mogg has a carport she's gonna build. JC Land Management is putting in steps with a landing and a fence at one of their homes they're building. And Melissa Meister has a driveway extension.
Alright. Any questions on that, guys? Alright, moving on to DC trip.
See you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Joe?
As something that just came up, I was invited to a related event next week, and I thought, as long as I'll be in DC, if we find it worthwhile for me to try and make an appointment next Thursday morning to just pop in our congressional representatives' offices, and maybe I can work with Jana and just do a little overview of what we have going on and what we'd like maybe their input on. I mean, you're already in communication with the offices, but it can't hurt to pop in on it, so I'm just looking for an okay to maybe just say, I work with Jana to put a little packet of something together.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yep. Make a motion to, yeah, whatever.
Say hi to Don.
What is your motion? I can't have it, yeah, whatever.
I guess for him to go up, get a little heavy one.
Yeah, take a little bit of Janet's time, it's to put a little packet together, and I'm not asking for any expense covering to go in there and just.
Oh, it's good, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
take it out of my pay.
Yeah, just to increase your hours and lower your pay for it to take time with me to write something up.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we get a little some type of one.
Circulate.
All in favor? Aye.
Who was the second time around?
Oh, yeah, you have it.
Mike? Yes.
Okay, homecoming.
That's part two of kind of the same thing. While I'm there, would we like to make an official invitation letter to our House rep and our senators, to visit, to come to the, yeah, why not? Yeah. I don't think they'll take a meeting with me. But, maybe on Saturday, the parade day. Giants would like to do the same, for earlier that day, we have a sculpture unveiling on Grace property.
Is this the
So-
fire homecoming?
Homecoming next year.
So it would be a combined 2 invitation letters, to 2 events on the same day. And
Also
then,
move to hand out invites.
well, I'll say the same day I'm gonna pop into the Norwegian Embassy, we had somebody visited them last week, and that the ambassador's here and she wants an invitation, so.
Oh, cool.
Do the same thing.
Also move to, he can go invite
I'll second
top
that.
brass.
Our friends,
Our friends.
Yep.
Mike, okay?
So are you guys sent two? Because if I got an invite a year before, I'm definitely losing that thing.
Well, their staff doesn't.
Yeah, they got people.
Yes, exactly. They're not like the rest of us who have to remember
You have
or hope
staff,
that
you just have
Google
to
remembers it
listen.
for
You just
us.
have to listen to it.
I was just double checking.
You just need to know where she's telling you. That's what it's for.
All right,
27 homecoming?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
all in favor?
I,
Aye. All right, number 16. Right, yeah, daycare.
Do you wanna explain this one?
Sure, so, well, I asked, EDA asked Jana to, clarify with our attorney whether, we could have an agreement, what's called a joint powers agreement with, surrounding townships for us to act as an EDA for, business development outside of city limits that would impact our community. And this is specifically in regards to, there's a possible, the radio station property by Shooting Star, is also a possible interest for a daycare. It does not sound like it would be possible for us as a city to act that way, but I wanted to add it to the agenda in case we can air that out there and clarify it. But maybe we just say, while we're also pursuing other options for daycare, if we just, maybe just as a city, encourage the community to, find a way to support that option if they so choose. I mean, it's not binding, it's fluff, but, that, we just wanted to get that out there, that's, it's not something that we as a city can do anything about, really.
So it's just something that,
How do
there's a
you-
way to do a joint powers thing, and we'd be able to help that with the
It
township.
sounds like we can't.
We cannot.
Yeah, we cannot,
Okay, we cannot.
that's what,
That-
that's what was
I
looked into,
understand.
so sorry, it was a mouthful, yeah.
So you talk about like doing like at next month's meeting, like a resolution of some sort, like
Yeah, just
like
supporting,
council, like-
yeah,
if you wanna support?
yeah.
So the EDA can't do anything out there?
No, that's, yeah,
That's
that's
us,
what it is.
okay, that's my question, when you say joint powers, then we cannot.
Yeah.
Can I ask something? Why does the EDA need a representative from outside the city if none of the money goes outside of the city?
I've wanted that question too, and I don't remember if I
So-
ever had an answer.
That's a very good question that you need to ask the state of Minnesota, because they make that rule.
Okay.
Like, the EDA is a part of government, and the state tells us how we can do it, like it's actually a part of the city, so they set the rules on how it works. It's
That's
my
what the-
understanding.
Right, and that's what the
So-
EDA was trying to see, like if we could help support outside of, and everything points to no. But there's things that impact our city, economy and all that within our city, but they won't let us go.
But also the dollar amount that might be in discussion for them to make that a running business out there is not that high. So, I mean, I guess what I'm just saying is I would just put that hope out there into the community that, a GoFundMe or Kickstarter or something could, be done to support them in some small way.
How
Because
far
we're
are
not
they out
talking
of the
about big
city
numbers.
limit?
About a half mile?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Extend their city.
Not for sure. We can annex them.
Yeah, I'll annex them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, the property owner doesn't want to sell,
I like annex them.
That's all companies in property taxes.
changes. the-
But then, there's a way to make it property tax free too, so,
Right.
you know,
Okay, well, I guess, can't do much.
So there is nothing to vote on there, just to, just an
Yep.
update.
alright, let's move on to the brush dump. I'm sick of hearing about the brush dump.
So,
Oh.
what's-
Well, we have it locked because people from the county are going in and filling it up, and we only burn it like once, twice a year.
Once a year.
And at this rate, we're gonna be burning it all the time, and we try not to burn it that often because there's homes nearby, and we don't wanna make them mad, but it's filling up too quickly by people using it, not, I mean, strictly for people within city limits. So we've kept it locked, and we have like 15 keys that we've been handing out nonstop, all day long, every day, and our residents are mad.
Is there a different way to accomplish the same goal? Like, could we put up a camera that, you know, we only make live periodically, kind of like the sheriff's shifts, and we put up a sign
You
saying
have to have internet.
video surveillance?
We do have.
There's a game cam out there.
We do have a camera out there, but it doesn't always catch it, like it could be just by, or it might not get the license plate just right. But in order to put like a camera, you have to have the internet. So that's
So
where.
when you're handing out these keys, are you making sure that all these people who have these
Yep.
keys are city people?
Yeah, we asked them, like, what's your address? There's a lot of people in town doing work for people in town, but they're not from here, so they give us the address of the property they're working on.
So how does the game cam work?
You go by it and motion lights go on.
And
But
then you
it's-
gotta go pull the SD card and then download.
Well, you could go to like,
Or there's other ones too.
yeah, you could get the cell phone ones.
Yeah, that, I guess, so that's what I'm saying, is I'm not advocating that we have an internet connected camera that's on 24/7. So the game camera,
But I don't want that on my phone because how many keys we've handed out the last few weeks? It's been going up ding, 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 ding. And I don't want that on my phone.
That's
A lot
it.
of 'em-
Anything's motion, that kind of cellular phone takes every time somebody goes by it.
And you gotta
well, I'm talking
remember,
about a deterrence, like, it's just, you
Right.
know, that you don't have to necessarily set it up where it dings on your phone. It sounds like if you're pulling a card periodically from a game cam, and then putting a sign up saying video surveillance for
There
city
is.
I
residents
think
only.
there is.
There is.
they don't
There-
read it.
Okay,
There's
there
no
is
game.
already a.
We've done a lot of things out
I've
there.
been out there many times and I didn't notice
Yeah.
that, so, okay.
Yeah,
What
no.
about, so they're putting all this trees, whatever, in a big pile, I know you burn it. What are the possibilities to keep that pile down there? Does the city have any access to a chipper or something, you know,
So this is
to
what.
totally
Yeah.
So
bring the
this,
pile
this
down?
is where I'm going with this, and I know it's not gonna happen soon, but maybe we need to kick around the idea of moving the brush dump to a more lessly populated area. Because the problem with it is, these people go in and they dump these big logs. Well, they burn for 3 days. Day like today, you leave your house at 7:30 in the morning, it's not smoky in your house, wind changes, fills your house full of smoke. We're in the liability of damaging somebody else's houses. So what if you kick the idea around of trying to find a vacant 2 acres somewhere else in the country and buy it and sell that off so we're away from people? Because if we get shut down by the state for burning it, we're gonna be paying a lot of money to have a tub grinder come in and do it. I mean, I don't think you can get, I bet,
I think other cities have done that where they'll have a chipper come in or a grinder,
you know,
and they'll compost it, and then the residents can come back and buy the compost.
but
Or the
you,
mulch.
but you
Can't
can't, you can't, because if you know anything about trees,
Yeah.
you can't mix your compost, because if it's pine or walnut, it'll kill whatever you put it next to.
Oh.
So the people that do that probably are killing all their stuff. Unless
Oh,
you,
I would buy it.
yeah, do your whole yard.
No weeds, man.
So that's, and what my fear is, I mean, making it work now is, we'll just have to do, but if we start spending $10,000, $15,000 a year to grind that pile, and then are still left with a giant pile of bark that nobody wants,
Right.
what
I
are we
think
gonna
that
do?
should be a discussion with their utilities director,
No,
to see how often he has to drive like the maintainer. Like if it's gonna be a couple miles out of town, like, how much is that gonna cost? I mean, it might be a good conversation to talk with him
but the
about.
thing right now that I think is costing us money is we've got it locked, so I had a neighbor just this last weekend
Oh,
that
yeah,
would
closes
have,
up.
that would have hauled the brush away himself, so it was done, but it's closed Saturday and Sunday when he has time. So now we have to pay an employee because he put it on the curb, so now our employees have to go drive around and pick all this more brush up.
So I mean, I have a bunch of stuff piled
So
up.
he
'cause I
dumped it
haven't had
on
time
the
to
side
look
of the
at
fence?
No, they put it in the front yard.
Yeah, they put it in the
Oh.
front yard because then the city guys come by and pick it up.
When and if they have time. It's not it's a
Yeah.
courtesy.
It's a courtesy thing.
Some people think it's a given and they get upset if it's not picked up right away. I'm like, it's when and if they got time. They have their chores they have to do, so.
So that's, having it closed is costing us money, but
Is there some way to make
Costs a lot more.
weekend keys available at all?
Well, we have, like I said, like 15 keys, and whoever comes in on Friday, they ask, and we
But I'm
sign
talking
up.
like people that have time on weekends and thinking of working on it during the weekend, is that is that something we could ask the library to do if they're open?
Then I think you're open to the possibility, hey, I got a key, come outside,
Yeah,
bring it in.
I know they're not working, but it's just,
cause that is a complaint I've heard too,
Oh, I hear it every day.
I'm sure you have.
My phone goes up.
and plus the time we're paying employees to explain this to people why it's done, closed, and the time they're spending handing out keys is costing us money too. But, and in the long-term things of burning it, you should not probably burn that big of a brush pile right next to a neighborhood, just a fluke thing 3 days after it dries out and that ember's still there, you can burn the house down. Like it's, I mean,
so you can do it in December.
Yeah, that's what I say, they always do it in the winter, don't they?
But that's why we can't have maybe filled up from everybody, not from the city.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it's-
the world's bringing it in a lot of it.
oh yeah. I've seen posts on Facebook asking if it's open. I'm like, you don't even live in the city. So
We start building
there's
this
a lot.
township, bring it in.
I don't know.
we did have one tree company that was told they could bring it to everybody whoever they worked for out in the country, and then we did find their picture and we called them and they did come back and they took it back out.
Well,
They,
maybe it's time, for these ones that take down big trees, huge trees, you start building a little bit. Instead of, I mean,
but then you're still filling it up quickly.
you're still filling it up, but
Like, I know what
maybe
you say,
that
cut down and go.
could be used to pay for something.
I know what you did, you cut down and go. It's a big tree.
I just took that big willow tree, but
Yeah, I know.
And that's kind of like, that's the more long-term problem is when you burn logs like that, those are, you can burn that brush pile up in a day.
right.
But that log is gonna sit there and burn for a week. And if
Yeah.
the wind changes and smoldering, there's no way to plant, like, if the wind changes midday and fills your house with smoke, you're gonna be calling somebody. And then the state, our insurance says, you guys can't burn it anymore.
So maybe I don't hear a lot of good solutions other than maybe trying to find something
Yeah.
in a different location.
Like an abandoned rock quarry, there's some of those sitting around. Is it anything that we were interested in doing, trying to move it, or is it just,
Let's talk to John first, we think that's something that's gonna extend out or reach out, they're gonna reach out.
Yeah, I think, it needs further, what do you want to say, looking into or weighing our options or something, different options, coming up with different deals.
like there's no good fix to it?
Right.
You know?
No, I understand your garden waste and stuff like that, but yeah, these trees things,
Yeah,
because I know, well, yeah, when he burnt it last winter, just like that, the pile is back to where it was before he burnt it.
Well, like in burning brush, you can't depend on winter anymore for it, cause it was two winters ago. I burnt a pile of brush and it was 19 days later. It was 19 days later, it snowed 2 times on it. And that brush pile, that embers lit back up and took off through the ditch. So,
They don't get permits.
we had snow this last winter, so I didn't need it. But that's my point of if it ever took off into those neighborhoods, we might be in a world that we're.
Do you want to bring it back next month and see if we can get John?
Let's ask John what he thinks,
Yeah.
his thoughts on it and everything.
Maybe you can come
You
to
guys
the
know how
meeting.
long of a list we just made ourselves for next month? We tabled most of this stuff. Alright, moving on to ordinances.
So this is a brand new ordinance that I'm proposing to the council. It's chapter 906, property maintenance, blight, and vacant commercial industrial property ordinance. It's just for a discussion to see if you guys would entertain this or not. If so, we'll move forward talking about it, looking a little bit more, but essentially it helps take care of, like, for example, Northern Engraving. That's been empty now for a year and a half or so, and there's no talks of anything coming back. So something like this, instead of allowing big buildings like this to sit empty for a period of time, like after so long, like we have to work with the city, like, what are you doing to try to get somebody in there? Because we had somebody who wanted to buy that building and they wouldn't sell it. But they also don't have any plans to move anything back in it either.
Right, I think there's something we can do, say, hey, you know,
So this
plank or
just,
get off the pot. you
yeah,
know?
so this just kind of pushes them a little bit, like, if you
Either
have.
sell it or maintain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or is there something like our EDA or somebody can, because this is for commercial buildings too, like there's something that our EDA can help you with, like, why isn't it renting or selling or, it just kind of opens the door to keep people like, to keep,
Would this help with the trailer park?
That's what I
Yes.
was wondering too, I saw it in there.
Is that
I thought
considered commercial?
yes, no, that, well, that would be.
Residential, but I think it covers
Is it covered?
residential and commercial and
Commercial,
industrial.
industrial, I do not have
Yeah,
residential on here,
in there.
but we could
We got a
add
trailer
it.
park on one of them, one somewhere here I saw.
Yeah, at some point, you
We
know,
could add
that
that
northern
now.
I think
not
you need
being used, where does it start becoming
Well,
an
that's right here,
eyesore?
yeah,
you know?
residential property ordinance.
Oh, so I just didn't have it on
He
here.
doesn't have it on somewhere in there, but it is on there.
But there are some there that are unlivable, unfixable, and my hands are tied right now, there's nothing we can do about it, and we get complaints all the time. And all I can do is give them ordinance violations for rodents inhabiting it, or maybe not mowing the yard or whatever.
Right.
But I'm not, the building that nobody's probably ever gonna live in ever again is still sitting there just withering.
I'm interested in reading through it and playing with it a little bit.
I was just gonna
I've
say,
had-
this somewhere
I've-
we have Greg look at it and just kinda give us some pointers on it too, and we look at it ourselves.
My biggest complaint that I get is the trailer parks. Because the guy that owns the property doesn't own the trailer, so he's just standing there saying, well, it's not my problem.
He's had plenty of time to work on that. but-
And he hasn't figured it out, and all these trailers are just abandoned on his property, but he doesn't have the title because it is not his trailer house.
But no,
He's-
something like this would push him a little quicker
Yeah.
to start acting on it.
Yeah.
because It's been,
No, that's,
he's had plenty of time to get them like,
but it's still his property and he's gonna have to.
Like, he needs to go to the courthouse and get that
Yeah.
titled in his name so he can get rid of it or do
Clean
something
it up,
with it,
that's always,
yes.
he's gonna start getting it. And I think it's safe. Cause then you have to have the final determination of property owner where it'd be the land that it's on.
Well, if they're uninhabitable.
Not the dwelling, the land. Because then it ties his hands.
And if
That's-
you
I
just wanna go-
dismantle them, what do you need
But I
a
think-
title for anyway?
well, they're not his property to dismantle. Cause they're like a car, they're titled in somebody else's name.
Like, if you have an apartment building and somebody moves out and leaves a car there, you can't take that car and
Well,
take
there
it to a
should be
scrapyard.
That's what I'm saying.
A day limit, you know, okay, it's considered.
Have Greg look it over. Sure. Make a motion to have Greg look it over. Bring it back
Second.
next month and we'll read through it, fine tune it ourselves.
Yeah.
Second. And then we can move on forward with our public hearing to put it in place.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
You okay with that?
We have a second?
Was I'll beat you,
Mike.
slick it.
Your motion is to have the city attorney look at it?
Yep.
Yes.
Rather than judge it. Thanks.
And bring back to next month, and if all is good, move to a public hearing.
All right. Moving on, oh, yeah, vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Moving on, items brought by mayor, council, attorney for discussion, no action. Anything?
Our next regular meeting is July 21st, but we need to schedule our budget meeting. And the 2 dates that Erin is available is July 7th or
What
July
day is
9th.
that?
July 7th is a Tuesday.
Tuesday?
That's the only one I can make.
And July 9th is a Thursday, right?
Thursdays, I've got baseball.
So I have to go Tuesday. I'm gone that Thursday, so I can make the 7th, but I.
Tuesday it is.
Does
Joe?
that work for you, Joe?
Yeah, that was fine.
The time works for everybody?
I'll make it work.
Should we, does anybody want it earlier for
Could
Aaron,
it be a little later?
later? I don't have anything
Like
on.
5, you thinking, Joe, or like?
Yeah, well, I've got a meeting at 4:30 to 5:30 that I'm not essential to. So if 5 o'clock would help set at least part of that meeting.
See if 5 o'clock works for Aaron.
If,
We can make it work.
Okay.
all in favor?
I,
All right, moving on to meeting reports. EDA. Talk about our budget a little bit, but that's about it. We approved, this, so is she country now or is she city?
She's country right now, but if
She's
she ends
country,
up,
but she might move to city if she
Yeah.
moves back.
and if that position is still open, she may transfer over to the city one. But we decided we would, the EDA decided that they would wait until
Cross that
when
bridge
and
when
if
we
that
come.
happens.
Oh, okay.
Parks, no meeting, planning. Pretty short.
It was actually for, we were like under half an hour, weren't we?
Yeah. We still need a person, 2 people.
2 people.
anybody apply?
If it gets to a point, can we put more city council people on it?
I don't see why not.
Well, we're to the point, if
Well,
one
then-
person
well,
needs
then
a
we wanna-
meeting, we can't have a meeting.
Well, then we just
Like,
gotta
it's
bring him here
just-
then, so that would mean if there was a regular thing here,
Yeah, because like,
council meetings instead of zoning meetings.
if someone comes and, like, 2 months ago, I wasn't in town, so we didn't have one, but if somebody wanted a permit, they would have to wait another 30 days, 2 months to get a
Why
permit.
are you not getting anybody to apply for this? You need to make it funner or something.
Zoning is fun, it's a blast.
It's not as fun as parks, Mike.
Can we budget for pizza during the meeting or something?
Yeah.
Found out, no, we can't.
You can bring it though, you can donate it.
You gotta be very, very careful about having parties.
I saw that,
Lansing.
saw that.
Yeah,
Like, whoa, see the other didn't like that one.
all right, that's it.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second,
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
See ya, thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Harley, how you will.
All right.